Good day, everyone. We are going to talk about the Forensic Question Document Examiner in this pre-made video. So, who are they, what they do practice, and how they do their tasks or duties. So, in the past decades, experts in the area ng question document, of analyzing documents were generally referred to as a question document examiners. Sometimes they are also called as forensic scientists, document examiners, document experts, handwriting experts, or by a combination of these and other descriptions. Today, they are more commonly referred as forensic document examiners. For purposes of this book, however, the terms forensic document examiners and question document examiners will be both used um, kasi baka malito kayo, ano ang work ng question document examiner and ano yung task ng forensic document examiners. Well, they are both the same. They are just being used interchangeably in a certain sentence. Okay? So, sa info lang yan. So, forensic question examiners or question document examiners, okay, refers to a person's who study all aspects of a document to determine its authenticity, origin, handwriting, photocopies, inks, and papers. Okay? All aspects kasi try to imagine of all the examples that I gave to you in the last pre-made video about the document that can be in question. Okay, di ba? So, unlike the typical law enforcement officer, yung sinasabi ko kanina, they do not conduct crime scene searches, uh, street investigations, interviews, or interrogations. Hindi po ganito yung work nila. Okay? Iba po sila because they have a specialized the question document examination area. So, their work does not involve face-to-face encounters with the uh, street reality of crime and its victims. You can see them in uniform, but you cannot actually be able to uh, uh, conclude that they are also doing the job of a certain law enforcement officer, yung typical na law enforcement officer. So it's victims, witnesses, and suspects. Forensic question documents are, or question document examiners are basically investigators also, but a laboratory investigators. So they are investigating through the evidences that has been gathered, no? Yung profession nila of forensic document examination did not develop as an extension of other scientific professions such as medicine. Yung medicine extension, yan from a profession just like nursing, yan. Chemistry or engineering. Instead, it evolved within the legal system due to the court's need for assistance in interpreting evidence relating to question documents. That's why also they have been called an expert witness, no? Because they have a specialized it, eh. Yan yung focus nila. You cannot be able to say that they cannot stand at the witness stand. Kasi usually what's the layman know is the only person that is supposed to be in the witness stands are those persons who have witnessed the crime scene, what had happened, and so on and so forth. You cannot say that they are not allowed, no? Kasi wala sila sa pinangyarihan ng krimen. No, because they are an expert, especially if the case is all about the disputed document, no? So their expertise are also being asked. That's how important they are, no? Kasi in forensic science, uh, question document examination in the examination of documents potentially are disputed, no? Ang purpose lang naman nito is to provide evidence about a suspicious or questionable document using scientific processes. Ito na yung task nila. Using scientific processes and methods that they solely know, no? Just like what I have said uh, the rest pre-made video, ang sabi ko, um, they can be able to pass an opinion, ha? An opinion, a forensic question document examiner about, no, the whether a document has been altered. For example, in the case of calendar dates of monetary amounts, yan napaka-importante yan yung mga kasong ganyan. They can also give an opinion about whether more than one ink has been used in a document kasi suspicious yan. And also, they can be able to pass an opinion on the original text below an obliteration, which may have been made by overwriting. Madidetect nila yan eh. If a certain writing has been obliterated, na overwrite ba, retouch ba, pinatch ba, and so on, and so forth. And now, the goal of forensic question document or the forensic document examiner is to study and investigate documents in order to determine the facts about their preparation and history. No? Um, the, his- the work usually involves the examination of handwriting, but the forensic document examiner's scope of expertise now also includes this: recognize genuineness, no? I-recognize mo if that particular is there any characteristics that are present to prove that a document is genuine. Yan. Analyzing color, tone of inks, papers, and other substances that comprises documents. Okay? Revealing additions and substitutions if there is any, no? If there's any suspicious part of the document, then they're going to conduct yung sinasabi ko kaninang conduct a thorough forensic method, no? Now they're going to reveal it. Aside from revealing it, oh, by revealing it, you can be able to identify what has really been changed, what has been added, what has been substituted. Restoring or deciphering, no? Deciphering is a process of erasing the obliterated part of the writing or the document, no? uh, Forensic document examiner duties and responsibilities aside from this also uh, identify all manners of forgery, including cut and paste job. They also determine the validity of signatures and documents, no? They also identify the individual who produced the document, of course, by doing through scientific method, producing reports of findings, examining the materials on which a physical document is printed, as well as the ink used. Yan. Di ba? So, nearly every transaction of any consequence requires documentation of some sort through contracts, checks, financial records, and more. Napaka-importante talaga ng forensic question examination. With this documentation comes a vast potential for fraud and deception through forgery and the production of false records. Forensic question document or forensic documents examiners help identify the veracity of those records when their authenticity comes into question. If there are some companies that uh, doubt the authenticity of a document, ito tinatakbuhan nila. Okay? And so, the forensic document examiner must be a scientist. Examinations must be thorough, accurate, and entirely objective. No? He must establish the facts of the document's preparation and history through a study of its identifying details and the comparison of its elements with those of the known specimen. Paano to nangyayari, no? The discovery of the the comparison of its elements with those of known specimen, of course, by trying to figure out if the signature is a genuine or not, you're going to compare it with a known specimen. Pag sinabi nating known specimen, it is really coming from a person proving that this question signature is really from her or him. Okay, that's how it's been done. But the work does not end with such discovery of identifying details. Hindi lang po dyan nagtatapos, no? He must properly interpret them, kaya nga kailangan sila sa korte. Because it's not just their job to reveal the obliterations, to know if there are any additions or substitutions. They also must interpret them so that they can present it to the court. And through logical reasoning, arrive at the correct conclusion regarding the problem. Okay? Afterwards, he must prepare a report that can be understood and appreciated by a judge, an attorney, an investigator, or other interested parties. So their work is not just by laboratory work alone, but also by interpretation and doing conclusions on what they have done or what they have worked on. So the PNP's question document examiners use the scientific method to support common sense in the variety of document problems. That's why expert witness is very important also in court. In court, kasi what they present is really actually fact and true. Okay? Their qualifications include a license in criminology, which is going to be you guys in the future. Specialized training of at least 6 months under the supervision of the PNP Crime Laboratory. Ito yung sinasabi ko kaninang, they become an examiner specialist for question document if they will undergo specialization of this. So as at least 6 months and then another 6 months for a continuous and actual question document examination under the supervision of a qualified forensic question document examiner of the PNP Crime Laboratory. Yan. So, sa mga gustong maging specialist ng question document examiner, you first get your license and undergo 6 months under the 6 months training at least for under the supervision of the PNP Crime Laboratory. Ito ay nasa Krami po sa Manila. And then another 6 for a continuous and actual question document examination under na the supervision of a qualified forensic. Yan. So that's all for the forensic question document examiner topic.